Hi guys, welcome back to another vlog. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. So this is another story time and eviction. So yes, I am currently facing eviction. So after all of that baby father drama and all of that ups and down and whatever, I am facing eviction. Suck us out. Yeah, so let's just get into it. All right, so come back. Me I get myself together, me I do my little business, me I do my hustle, me I'm a baby girl alone, me I figure it out because, before my baby, it was just me. Now I have my baby in the picture, so I have to, reconstruct a lot of things in my life because, baby girl is here. So I just go on, me I get back on my foot, things, brighter days are ahead. Things are not so bad. Me I make back my little money. Me I go on with myself. A girl did up on her face and she take her little time and go up on her toe point and then she go up on her knee and then, she use one foot and put on the next knee and I take her time and come up back to stand up back on her foot fully. So it was one night. I don't remember if it was in the week or weekend, but I do know that it was a night. I was just here, and when I was here, I keep hear somebody knocking outside. Knocking on the grill. But which part me live, nobody not really dip on the road like that. So in the night time, if you hear somebody outside and knock where you never invite over or you not expect nobody now go just come out and go to people with them no know, especially in the nights. In the day, it's not so bad, but at night time, it's a no-no. Worse, my place was broken into twice. I'm gonna do a story time on that after I do the eviction here. So I was just here with my baby girl. I just hear one knocking outside, like somebody a call, and the person or persons were out there parked in a car, and they were out there for like a good 45 minutes. By this time, it was sometime probably after 7. They did not come and knock, and they left. They were there. By this time, if me say by this time one more time, I say. But I was really wondering who is at the gate. I'm not expecting anybody to be at the gate, especially this hours a night. So I was really thinking hard, and I was like, am I expecting anybody? What is it exactly? I took up baby girl. I started looking. I couldn't identify who it was, so I just didn't answer. The night ended, and then early the next morning, the same set of people and come back, our person, the same vehicle came back around 7 o'clock in the morning. And when they came, they did not leave same time. They were out there for like a good 30 minutes. So I was at this point now, I was like, okay, if it happened one time, all right, cool, I could understand. But to come back again, no man, something is wrong. I didn't answer because, as I said, I really wasn't sure who it was, especially in the late night and so early in the morning. The person go away in the evening again. So this is a third time. Around the same 6-7 o'clock, they came back again. And I'm like, huh? I still didn't answer because it was still way too late. I really started to get concerned at this point because I'm like, last night, this morning, and tonight again? No man. No man. Me know, courts not look for me. Me not take out nothing through court, so me know say bailiff not look for me. Me know nobody not look for me. I'm not a wanted person. So who is this person keep coming up, showing up at my gate? They eventually left, and I was looking, and when I was looking, I saw a brown bag, like a bag and a brown thing like hanging from the gate. So I pick up baby girl. I went out there quick and fast, grab it and come back in. When I come back in, it was a notice. It was a written notice. It was written on a piece of paper along with a business card. and it said, dear, like you would say, dear occupants of the house or whatever, my name is so and so, and I'm now the legal representative of the late so and so, and please to contact me by this number or by the late so and so daughter. So there was like 2 to 3 contact numbers there. So when I saw that, I started to get a bit worried because I was like, what is this, you know? So immediately, the guy that I was paying rent to for years, I called him. And the funny thing is that, you know, a couple days before, when I came back, he called me and he said when he could come pay me a visit because persons were pressuring him. I said persons were pressuring him. It puzzled me a little bit, but I wasn't thinking about it too much. So I told him that he could come whenever because I'm here now, I'm back at home, whatever. And he said, okay. So after I got this paper now, I called him and I said, hey, somebody came here and they left this here along with this paper and whatever. He said to me not to worry about it. He's going to make some calls and get back to me. So I best believe that I have not heard back from him up until today. He said that he was going to make a call. This is the man that I have been paying rent to for years. Said that he was going to make a call because they were calling him from overseas and he's going to return the calls and give him back a call. Guys, I don't know if the man did or not. I don't know. Anyways, so what I did was to the same night, the number that was on it, I sent a message to both number. There was an overseas number there which was for the daughter of the owner of the house. Yeah. And the number for the person who said that they're now the legal representative. So I messaged both of them and I got like a response like almost immediately. He said to me, hey, good night, thank you for reaching out to me. You know, I'm just giving you a notification that I'm just notifying you that the owner for the house had passed on, and you know the children reached out to me and told me that I was supposed to come by the house. You know, basically they are now the new overseer of this place. I said, okay, is this a notice or something? Because I really didn't know what it was. He said, oh no. So he said to me, can I come tomorrow, come look and we can have a talk? I said, all right, no problem. The next number that I messaged, which is the overseas number for the daughter, she gave me a call. Was it she or I was the one who called? I think it was her. She gave me a call, you know, nice lady. We had a decent conversation. And, you know, I was telling her that I'm sorry to hear that her mother passed because being that, you know, the note said late, you know, the person would have passed. And all of that, and we had a little conversation. And then the next night, the guy that was outside, he came back because I told him that he could come. He asked if he could come the next night, evening, and I said, okay, no problem, you can come by like 5 or so and whatever, even though he still ended up coming later than that time. But, you know, I still accommodate him because I now knew who it was. So he came here the night, and when he came here the night, he came here with another guy that he said was his son. So I said, okay, no problem. So when he came here, he was looking around, and then he was just giving me a little backstory. He was saying that the owner for the house died from the last year, and you know, the children have been trying to reach out to the person that is overseeing the place now, and they were unsuccessful, and that's the reason for him coming up here. And the house that I'm in, there's, you know, more than one sections to it, but it's just one house, and there's an empty section there. The night when he came, he said, I was just giving him a little briefing. I was telling him that, you know, about what happened, the break-ins, and, you know, just giving him a little briefing. So I heard him said that, oh, no worries, I'm going to get somebody to come here to like he said, either to live here or to rent. And I said, oh, okay. The first night you're just rushing into things. All right, no problem. But I still didn't think too much of it because it wasn't my place. And it wasn't in my place to want to know what these people were up to or what they were planning to do with their place. So he kept saying to me, well, this is a 6 months notice. This is a 6 months notice. Because being that the owner has now passed on, you know, they have some documents to sort out, and the kids want to sell the house because they said that they don't want anything to do with the place, and yada yada yada, and all of that. I said, okay. I'm like, whoa, 6 months. 6 months. I got a 6 months notice. So here I was thinking that, you know, life was turning around for the better. It seemed as if though it was going to get a little bit more rough, because now where I am living, I'm going to have to move soon, and very soon. So after that, we kept the communication. He, you know, the same night when he left, like after 10 in the night, he came here, he saw me with my baby. You know, it was me and baby girl. She's pretty young. Saw me with my baby. The night after 10, he was sending me messages like, why am I not sleeping yet, and if I'm still up, and oh, I'm pretty, and he likes my personality, and you know, some flirtatious stuff. And I really didn't like it, because I was like, if you're coming here to do professional business and work, I think you should keep it professional. But you know, I wasn't the one to, you know, be rude or try to come off rude. I was like, you know, I kept messaging him back, but not entertaining that part of the messages or whatever. And after that, he kept calling and he kept reaching out more and more. He called, he was telling me some more, you know. He said to me that when the daughter spoke to me, she was a bit worried because she was wondering, you know, like if I was a nice person, the approach, what the conversation would be like. But she found out that I'm cool, and you know, they can talk to me. I said, all right, no problem. So in the same time, when the guy that I was paying rent to for years said that he was going to call back, and by now, a couple days after, I kept calling him and I kept saying, hey, they're requesting to get your information, find out who you are. But I wasn't going to be the one to just pass on his number like that, because he didn't give me permission to give anyone his number. But at this time, I was just messaging him out of curiosity and concern. I was like, they said that they want your information, you should reach out to them because they didn't really know who you were, you know, all of that. I said, people, I text. No matter how I text the man never call me back. Now return my message. So basically, I was the only one here who was dealing with like 2 different persons that I did not know out of the blues. I didn't get a heads up that the place was going to be sold, that the person for the house passed, and none of that. Nobody said anything to me. So the legal representative said that he was giving the person some time to reach out to him so they could talk, you know, get the keys for the place, because there can't be two overseer for the place, for the premises. And being that the children gave him legal, you know, permission to oversee the place now, this person who I'm paying rent to is going to have to cease and desist from paying rent and coming here or doing any little thing, you know, all of that. So it was about 2 weeks or so after the man kept, you know, reaching out to me like every other day or so to find out if I heard anything from who I was paying rent to. And I said no. I I did not know what to do. I was like, listen, I don't know. I reached out to him. He did not reach out back to me, so I'm not sure what to tell you. And he said, okay. So one day he said to me, he's going to come and give me some documents. So I said, okay, no problem. So he came here one night, and this was about like probably 2 or 3 weeks after, because he was waiting to, you know, hear from the person who I was paying rent to and all of that, to get some information or whatever. So about 2 or 3 weeks passed by, nothing. So he said that he was going to come and drop off some documents. So I said, okay, no problem. So he came here one night and he said to me, there's a cease and desist letter in there. Also, a copy of the land title, the death certificate, you know, the copy of the son passport, not the daughter, but the son passport, and you know, some other little stuff. The conversation that we were having, I asked him and I said, do you have an idea of how much the house will be selling for? He said to me about 28 million thereabout, because that's what he wanted to sell it for. I said, okay. He said that he was interested in the house also, but being that I am here, he's going to step back and give me first preference. When he said that to me, I'm like, that, you know, drew some questions to my mind, but I was like, okay, no problem. I had a conversation with the daughter again, and I said to her, I am interested in buying the house, but being that, you know, I'm just getting myself back together, is it okay if you could give me some time, like probably, you know, lease to sale me the house until I can close in on the sale, probably like a 2-year lease or something like that, just enough time so I can, you know, get myself together. She said that she's going to have a conversation with the guy, and I didn't hear back from her because she said she's not living out here. She doesn't know the rules and the laws of the land, so she would actually have to hear what he has to say, and she didn't get back to me. So I was saying it to him as well, and he just shut it down. He was like, oh no, oh no. I was like, okay. He just shut it down. And then after he gave me the papers and we were having a discussion, he was telling, we were having a discussion. He was telling me a little bit about the family background and, you know, what happened at the funeral and the feud that is happening in the family and all of that. There are a few things I explained to him previously, that there were a few things that needed fixing at the premises, like, you know, there's a part of the roof that needs to be fixed. Some of the fixtures and amenities needed to be fixed and all of that. So I gave him the whole rundown. Things that I've been doing, you know, what I've been doing out of my pocket personally and all of that. It was a Monday night, and he said to me, can you confirm with me by Friday if I'm supposed to get someone to come and look at the issues that you're having over your section, and also I'm going to get somebody to go on the roof. That's what he said to me. He said I was supposed to confirm with him by the Friday. This was the Monday. I said, all right, no problem. Tell me why them mosquito know how to rest. But no worry, I will get rid of them soon. But tell me why by the Thursday in the night, this man brought somebody to go on the roof. I was having some issues with my phone, and I have, like, you know, different WhatsApps, but I gave him like one of my WhatsApp number. I also gave him a call number that he could get me on. So if he didn't get me on the WhatsApp number, he could get me on the call number. So he was sending me messages on WhatsApp, but I was not receiving them because that WhatsApp was down. However, he did not call me. I was anticipating a call from him as well. He did not call me. Can you tell me why? The Thursday night, I was not here, but I got a notification on my phone. I got a notification on my phone, you know, from the cameras, noise and all of that. So I tap in and I hear some noise outside. This was like after 7. I then called my neighbor and I said, could you just check and see what's happening over, you know, my section, please? The neighbor said, okay. The neighbor sent me a message and said, I'm seeing 2 cars at your gate and, you know, there's a bunch of knocking over there. I see some guys walking up and down in the yard, but, you know, nothing out of the norm. They look fine. They look, you know, regular. They don't look like they're up to anything, like that's not, you know, anything illegal. I said, okay. It was puzzling to me because I was saying confirm by Friday if he was supposed to come by Saturday. So, oh, you end up on the roof in a night, Thursday night at that. After 7 going to 8 o'clock. You did not call, no notification, no notice, nothing after start. I said, okay. I started to get a bad taste in my mouth. I said, all right, no problem. Friday, I didn't hear from him. I didn't get a call from him. I didn't call him either, but because by this time I was, you know, a little bit touchy because I was like, how did you not call me to tell me that you were going to come Thursday night, especially in the night? Saturday, in the day, I was gone. I was on the road with baby girl. I got another notification again. He was here once more on the roof. No calls, no nothing. He was just here doing his own thing. And I was like, okay. But may I say, I know my place, a people place. So if them want to do anything with them want to, because he came here saying that, oh, Mr. So give me full permission to do anything that I want. And, you know, he was saying all of that. I said, all right, no problem. I was here the Sunday. In the afternoon, cooking. You know, I put on some rice. I was doing my thing. And I saw when he pulled up at the gate. When he pulled up at the gate, he came in with an envelope in his hand. When he came in with an envelope in his hand, he said to me, I went out there and I said, hi, how are you? You know, with a pleasant smile, you know, pleasant tone. He said to me, I came here to serve you this letter because I'm going to need a valuable explanation as to why you did not tell me that you were not going to be available for the entire week. I said, excuse me? At this point in time, I was doing like the 360. I was looking around. I was wondering if he was speaking to me or somebody else that I'm not seeing, or probably he was on his phone. So I said, excuse me? The man said, yes, I came here to get a valuable explanation as to why you did not tell me that you were not going to be available for the entire week, because I came here twice and I had to spend money to bring somebody come here, and you did not tell me that you were not going to be here. So I need to get a valuable explanation. I come to serve you this letter. So you know, so girl, clock out, crash out, lock down. I look at him and I said to him, say, first and foremost, I'm a grown woman who has bills and responsibility, and I have a child to take care of. I do not need to give you an explanation as to what I am doing with my time in the week. You did not call me. I did not get a call from you. I only heard that you were here twice. He said to me he was messaging me on WhatsApp, and oh, I was ignoring him. So I said, I gave you like more than one number for me. I gave you a call number and a WhatsApp number. Did you try calling me straight? No, but it's not my fault that the WhatsApp is not working. It's not my fault. And him start to go down and go on and whatever. So I said to him, listen, I'm a grown woman. I'm not going to do this with you. Until him the day and him I say, so and I said to him, listen, you came here to serve me a letter. Give me the letter. And I stretched my hand so far through the grill. And I said, give me the letter, being that you came here to serve me the letter. He was like, why are you being so difficult? And whatever. I said, you came here attacking me. And you did not, when you came here Thursday and Saturday, you did not notify me that you were going to come here. The man said to me, say, him don't need my permission to come here. Come do anything at any point in time, because the daughter gave him full permission to do whatever he wanted to do. So he did not need to notify me nor tell me whenever he's coming here to do anything on the section of the house that has nothing to do with me, that is empty, that has nothing to do with me. I'm like, okay, all right. Guys, come back for part 2. I think this video is getting a little bit too long. Come back for part 2.